Liquid staking derivatives are here to stay. This is your guide on LSDs to save you time. Now, my friends, Ethereum is getting slightly complicated. This is your guide to save you time and understand liquid staking derivatives, right? So you can go ahead and stake your Ethereum in the smart contract right now in Ethereum 2.0. That means it's going to be locked up. It's going to be locked up for a while. Right now, the Ethereum Foundation is thinking about pushing an upgrade so that you can withdraw your Ethereum. But until then, you might have to go and use a liquid staking derivative, which is an LSD. There is a way to unlock your ability, unlock your potential in your staked Ethereum, because otherwise you can't use those tokens, right? And this is called liquid staking. It's not quite staking, it's liquid staking. This is your guide to liquid staking, my friends. In this video, what are we going to be looking at? The first thing, what is the definition of liquid staking? When I say liquid staking on LSDs, what does that even mean? Next up, we're going to talk about why you would want to use it. Why would anyone want to do this thing called liquid staking? We're going to look at the top three, which are Lido DAO, Coinbase, and Rocketpool. They control the majority of the market out there, so they are well worth mentioning. And lastly, my friends, there are risks associated with this. Anything in crypto does have risk. So, are you ready? Get set, let's get started. Let us ask the first question, my friends. What is liquid staking? So, you don't need 32 ETH to stake right now. You do need a little bit less than that to be able to participate in Ethereum staking. You can lock up your ETH for something called a liquid staking derivative, or an LSD. LSD staking is the concept of locking up your ETH, right? Staking with a protocol, it's decentralized or it's centralized, doesn't really matter right now, that in turn, they give you a claim or a derivative of the Ethereum that you have in the smart contract. You receive a representative token. Some of the most common ones are stETH, cbETH, and rETH from these guys, from these entities. Now, later sometime in the future, you may come back to that company, bring your stETH or cbETH and say, hey, I have a claim, or I have a derivative, or I have a voucher for this Ethereum that you are holding on behalf of me. This is my voucher. Give me all of that Ethereum back. And hey, I want all the staking rewards that have been accruing to this voucher as well. So in the meantime, give me all of that back. Thank you very much. And then the Coinbase or the group or protocol will come around and say, okay, no problems. Here's all of your Ethereum back, but we're going to take a very small fee for our service to you. And that's the basic idea behind liquid staking, right? You don't need 32 ETH to do it anymore. You can lock your Ethereum in a liquid staking contract or a liquid staking derivative, and that's Coinbase ETH or cbETH. That's up to you, your decision. Stick around to the end of the video where I try and compare all three and I tell you which one is the best. Now, here's a simple diagram for you guys. You lock your ETH and you get a derivative, or an LSD ETH, LSD. From that derivative, you go back and you go to the company and they unlock your ETH for you, but they don't unlock it from the contract themselves. They have to take someone else's ETH because you cannot unlock your Ethereum in the smart contract so far. So the company has to find someone else's ETH and give it to you in that meantime. So as I said, the most common three are Lido, from Lido DAO, which is stETH. You get Coinbase, which gives you cbETH, and then you have Rocketpool, which gives you rETH, my friends. Okay, now the big question is, why do it? Why do you want to do it at all? Let's go ahead and look at this. All right, so the first reason you would want to do this is you get to unlock your liquidity. And what this means is that your liquidity or your capital is actually stuck in the Ethereum ecosystem at the moment. So to participate in the broader Ethereum ecosystem, you might have to deposit your LSD into a DeFi lending protocol to earn additional yield, okay? You can earn something on something that's earning something. So this is the whole compounding effect going across in Ethereum ecosystem. You can take your LSD, go to another company, and they'll say, hey, thank you very much for your LSD. I know that's a voucher. You can take your voucher to another company, and the company will give you extra rewards for this voucher, which gives you additional yield. But remember, the more yield you have, that means there's more risk being taken, okay? So now you have a voucher of a voucher. What are the chances one of those vouchers ends up being crummy and then you're stuck with a useless, worthless voucher, okay? So you really have to be cautious who you do give your vouchers to. Now, the second thing is you actually get to earn more ETH, and it's very, very simple like this. If you didn't have 32 ETH, you wouldn't be able to participate in Ethereum staking. But thankfully, because of liquid staking derivatives or liquid staking protocols, you get to participate in a staking mechanism that Ethereum is giving out to the rest of the community, okay? You get to be a part of Ethereum staking. You get to help secure the network while not having 32 ETH, which is currently around nearly 100,000 Australian dollars, right? And the prices might change here and there. And the third reason why you would want to actually do this is you get incentivized sometimes. And when I say incentivized, what I mean is some of these protocols give you their own governance token. So we'll take the biggest example, which is Lido DAO. Lido DAO does give you its own token called LDO. That's the ticker symbol. Like when you stake with a decentralized entity like Lido DAO, they give you LDO tokens, or Rocketpool will give you RPL tokens, or Frax will give you Frax tokens, right? And you may get extra governance tokens. But like I say, you get to earn these extra rewards, but what is the rewards actually worth? What are those tokens actually worth? And is it worth risking your tokens, your Ethereum, with another company, right? So you have to think about it. I always say, don't buy it, go and earn their governance tokens, okay? You have no financial attachment to them at all. Now, my friends, let's take a look at the top three liquid staking protocols out there. The first one is Lido, the second one is Coinbase, and the third one is Rocketpool. Let's have a look at why I say we should look at the top three of them. Let's look at this chart, my friends. You can see the biggest color you can see. That's Lido. You can see they control nearly the entire market. They nearly have a monopoly on this whole liquid staking derivative thing in Ethereum, right? They control like 75% of the market. The next one up is the purple one, which is Coinbase. You can see they are the next largest. And then you have yellow, which is Rocketpool. Now, those guys are the underdogs. You can see that Coinbase and Rocketpool compared to Lido is nothing. They're like shade. It's towering over them. So this is why I say we should look at these three, because these three combined control a total of 95% of the entire LSD market. That's incredible. Like that's a monopoly if we've ever seen one, right? Let's talk about the first one, my friends, Lido. So Lido does give you many liquid staking protocols, one of which is on Ethereum. They are also on other EVM chains. They are also on Solana. They are the leading market dominator in liquid staking protocols, if I do say so myself. They have a DAO, they have a decentralized autonomous organization, and they have their own token, right? Their tokens, which is the derivative of Ethereum, looks like it has an ST in front of it. So it makes it stETH. This is our derivative or our voucher of Ethereum. Now, this is my commentary on Lido DAO. Lido is a beast, my friends. It controls the majority of the liquid staking market. This is due to the robust DAO infrastructure they do have, which is because they were an early mover in the ETH LSD market, right? They were the first people that started, so they have a lot of time to improve on their protocol and improve on their DAO. Now, they are widely using LSDs across the entire Ethereum ecosystem, and they're also pushing their derivative, which is stETH, onto Ethereum layer 2s, right? So not only can you transact your Ethereum on a layer 2 with cheaper, faster transactions, but you also get to earn a yield from it. People love this. That's why they go to Lido. Let's look at the second one, my friends, which is Coinbase. Now, Coinbase is a centralized crypto exchange. They started in 2012. They've been around for a very long time. You heard that, right? 2012. It's 2023 now, nearly a decade ago in crypto. Due to the centralization factors, though, they do have some differentiating factors, just geographic risk, right? They're situated in the US, which means they also have regulatory risk, which means if the US government decides to go on the Coinbase, which they now have, then yes, they do have some risks in there. So some extra differentiating factors. They do have customer support. If you do need help with your CPETH, you can go ahead and ring a phone and then someone will pick up. Compared to the other two, no one's going to pick up when you ring up the phone because there are no phones, my friends. You have to go and find someone random on the internet, and no one really wants to do that. They also have a very clean user interface. Now, for Coinbase, though, there are some criteria because it is a heavily regulated and heavily centralized platform. Let's look at the criteria for you to stake Ethereum in Coinbase. To be eligible to stake ETH, you must hold your ETH in a Coinbase account, live in a jurisdiction eligible for ETH staking, complete identity verification, complete ID verification, and you read the terms and conditions. And guys, my friends, Australia, we cannot stake our ETH on Coinbase. This is unfortunate because they don't have the licenses for this. This is one of the reasons why centralization sometimes isn't good, right? For other people, it might be good. They might want someone on the other side of the phone for them to pick up and talk to. Some people need that, you know? This is my commentary on Coinbase, my friends. Coinbase's cbETH was the best and the easiest centralized solution for ETH staking. Now, I say was because they have recently been served a Wells notice, which means the US government wants to sue Coinbase. Does that mean it's safe? It's hard to tell, isn't it? Coinbase itself is a well-trusted, well-established US company, which inherently provides us with like a degree of risk, a degree of safety, but also a degree of risk. The SEC could pursue Coinbase for offering unregulated securities, as holding cbETH potentially gives users the expectation of profit. Think about it this way, right? The expectation of profit comes from you giving Coinbase your Ethereum because Coinbase is going to go ahead and stake it, give you returns. So obviously you're expecting a return from cbETH. That's very plain and simple. And now the expectation of profit is actually from the SEC's own framework that tells people this is now an investment contract, right? So it's clear cut and simple. The SEC might be going after Coinbase and it doesn't look good for them, my friends. The last one is Rocketpool. So Rocketpool's values really go on to the community ownership, the decentralization, trustlessness. They reflect on the fundamental principles of Ethereum and DeFi, which really involves non-custodial self-sovereignty. They want you to be able to do what you want. So typically 32 ETH is what's required to stake an Ethereum contract. So with Rocketpool, you only need 16 ETH. You have your 16 ETH per validator and you pair that with a pool to create a new Ethereum validator, which, you know, kind of just democratizes it a little bit more. You don't need 100,000, you only need $50,000 now. But that being said, they do have a new upgrade called the Atlas upgrade. And because of that, you only need 8 Ethereum. So it's even making it much, much easier to be able to get in, less capital intensive. This is my quick take on Rocketpool, my friends. The main differentiating factor for RPL is that it's becoming a validator, is permissionless, while also charging you minimal service fees. Rocketpool is really seen as an underdog here of the decentralized LSDs, and it's got a really low barrier of entry from 32 ETH to 16 ETH and now onto 8 ETH. So it's getting a little bit easier to get into the ecosystem. It is the scrappy underdog, and we all know people love scrappy underdogs. This, my friends, is the comparison of the two. I try to make a table just to help visualize the entire thing. So go ahead, pause the video, look at this little table I did provide for you. Lido demonstrates superiority with a medium staking return, lower fees, and the decentralized narrative. And it also provides really good DeFi opportunities. Coinbase, though, does provide you with the least rewards, and it also goes against the entire ethos of decentralization, but it does give you the most liquidity and the most volume. So it really depends on which side of the market you are on. Do you want rewards or do you want liquidity and volume? Are you a big player or are you a small player? Coinbase embodies the better safe than sorry kind of attitude. That's what I get from Coinbase right now. Rocketpool does give you high rewards, but it is the underdog, okay? You still have a high capital requirement to be able to go into RPL, but at the same time, it's more permissionless. You can go in much easier than Lido. They are tackling the capital requirements with their newest upgrade, which is called Atlas. Now, my friends, let's talk about the risks of LSDs. LSDs have tremendous risks associated to them. The first risk is called cartelization. So Lido DAO controls 75% of the LSD market. The top 3 control 95% of the LSD market. Some people say these guys may gang up on others because they control a whole lot of the market. It being good or bad is really subject to what side of the market you are on. Are you a part of Lido DAO? In which case, cartelization is good for you. Are you one of the smaller guys? And cartelization then is pretty bad for you because the big guys are going to gang up on you. This is the world we live in, unfortunately. The next thing is smart contract risk. So LSDs require you to really trust your ETH with developers who are kind of unknown and really unproven, okay? They're not the same as the Ethereum core devs. These are people that have just made a contract to interact with the Ethereum staking contract. How many hacks in crypto have you seen? Do you know these guys, and do you want to give them your Ethereum? That's the question. Now, there is some regulatory risk as well. The SEC has just served Coinbase a Wells notice. They're saying, hey, we're going to sue you. Tell us what you want to do, right? So are your funds safe with Coinbase? What if Coinbase say, oh, we're being sued, we have to stop all withdrawals, all redemptions of CbETH, and then what do? That's all of your Ethereum gone. You can't touch it now, right? It's not gone, it's still there, but you can't touch it. It might as well be gone in this day and age in crypto. Now, the last kind of risk I want to touch on is systemic risk. Nothing is better than holding the original asset in the purest form. You don't want to be holding a voucher of a receipt of something else that's supposed to be the natural form, right? You want the original thing, right? It's like buying gold. You buy gold, but you hold it on the computer, on the platform. Who actually owns that gold? Where is it? And who can go and claim it right now? If you take your ETF or you take your voucher to go someplace and say, hey, I want my thing back, I want my original asset back, and they'll say, oh no, we don't have it. Then what? You don't actually own your asset, do you? Now, with systemic risk, there are a few items we can touch on, which is depegging. So because CbETH and rETH trade in a one-to-one pair with the original Ethereum, there is a chance it could depeg. There is a chance that it won't trade exactly one-to-one. And of course, when it depegs, it goes down or up, or whichever way that's not the same one-to-one redemption rate, then that makes it a lot more volatile, okay? You might get something called liquidations or liquidation cascades. If you went to do extra yield farming or extra DeFi activities, and you said this is worth $1,000 and then the price goes down, obviously you took a loan out from that and now you're going to get liquidated. That's not what you want. That is not what you want, my friends. And welcome back, my friends. This is Leon back again. We have finished the video. I just want to give you a small conclusion to the whole video, my friends. What did we actually look at? Number one, we looked at liquid staking generally. You have to stake your Ethereum on Ethereum 2.0. You couldn't withdraw it, and so people came up with LSDs, liquid staking derivatives. You get a token as a claim or a receipt on your Ethereum in the contract. Then you can come back to the company later and say, hey, I got this receipt, give it all back to me, okay? And sometimes you earn rewards or they take away their fees, etc., etc. We also looked at why you would want to do this, right? You want to unlock the liquidity, unlock the potential in your tokens that are already there. And thirdly, we looked at the top three: Lido DAO, Coinbase, and Rocketpool. I like Rocketpool and I like Lido. I do not like Coinbase so much. I think there might be in some regulatory hurdles coming up soon. And lastly, we did look at some risks, okay? Nothing in crypto is without a risk. I always said that before. So just be sure when you're dabbling in LSDs or liquid staking derivatives or liquid staking protocols, you understand what you might be getting into and who can control all of the Ethereum you are giving them. Now, I've got a question for you, my friends. Do you use LSDs, liquid staking derivatives? Do you feel incentivized? Are you speculating on the market right now? Are you trying to earn those incentives that they give you so that you can come and stake with their platform, right? Are you trying to earn the Lido DAO? And as I like to always say, never go and buy their governance token. You can go and earn it, okay? Never go and buy it. You can just earn it. Just be a part of the ecosystem and just earn it. It's much better than buying. You have no financial attachment to it. All right, so that brings me to the end of this video, my friends. Thank you very much for always sticking with me on these videos. If you did like the content, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. Make sure you check the links in the description to the Collective Shift platform, where we try and give you the best crypto education out there in the market. And lastly, before you go, make sure you do check out some of the other videos we have over here on the Collective Shift YouTube channel. I'm going to leave you and love you, my friends. Bye for now.